Hi everybody, it's Ann Patchett and Sparky Van Devender, and I'm in a different bookstore every day, but today I am in Parnassus Books with my own friends and my own dog, and I am so happy to be home. I'm doing the laundry. It's just fabulous, and I'll be out again in a few more days. But last week, my pal Lindsay Lynch and I did a 4-city swing through the South. We kept it fresh. We had a really, really good time together. And we're glad to be home, but we met a lot of people who are very excited about this book, Do Tell. And this morning, as I was pulling in to the bookstore, I finished the audiobook of Congratulations, the Best is Over by my pal R. Eric Thomas. Such a great book. Not just funny, not just sad, not just moving, not just politically important, all of those things. I'm going to tell you a little bit about our time at the Mississippi Book Fair in Jackson, Mississippi, where it was 103 degrees. Not heat index, friends, real 103 degrees. And you know where they hold the author signings at the Jackson Book Fair? Outside, under a tent. Can you even imagine? I'm going to just shout. You can. She can. I mean, it was really dangerous. It was just a super bad idea. I'm going to shout out some of the wonderful people that I met. I met Shastri Akella, who wrote The Sea Elephants. Such a lovely human, stood in my line and came up and talked to me, and it was incredible. I'm very excited about this book. Simon Winchester came up to say hello, and Beverly Lowry came up to say hello. And my neighbor, Jay Wellens, whose panel was the same time as ours, waited to walk me out of the tent, and he gave me half of his popsicle, was watermelon lime. Thanks, Jay. And we went together to see Ross Gay, Inciting Joy, and that was terrific. And then we had dinner with Todd Doty and Little Pieces of Hope, Happy Making Things in a Difficult World. I would go to Jackson, Mississippi and sit in a tent for an hour and 20 minutes and sign books if at the end I could have dinner with Todd Doty. And he was with his friend Helen Ellis, meet me at the Coral Lounge. Maggie Smith was also there. There are a lot of people, and I don't have everybody's books, but it was great to see everyone. But you know, it's even better to be home. Lindsay, my pal, over to you.
Hello, and thank you for bringing me on our road trip plains excursion. And thank you to everybody who came out to see us. Thank you to everybody who said we watched you on the Laydown Diaries. Thank you for reading. Thank you for showing up. I have a couple of laydowns that I'm excited about. First, we have parenting advice to ignore in art and life. We get one of these little tiny books every season, and they're always hilarious. She takes art history and puts captions on them, like, is it too late to change the name? Elise can laugh at that while I go through the other books.
I'm seeing if my kids wrote it.
Another book that's out today, Lana Harper, who did Payback's a Witch, is out with In Charm's Way, another rom-com featuring witches. A memoir that I am so looking forward to, They Called Us Exceptional by Prachi Gupta. This is taking apart the model minority myth. It's also just a great memoir about family, about being a woman, and about being a woman of color. So you're gonna hear a lot about this one. It's gonna be a big deal. A debut novel I'm excited about, Brendan Shea Basham, Swim Home to the Vanished. This is by an indigenous stage view author, taking place in a kind of maybe haunted fishing village. And finally, for some more nonfiction, Andy gave me something to say about this and I immediately forgot. Sorry, Andy. But we have The Gambler, Secrets from a Life at Risk by Billy Walters out today. If you've ever wanted to learn more about the high-stakes world of sports betting, this is an insider take. And up next, we have Elise.
Hi, everyone. I was just saying the parenting advice to ignore. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't my kids that wrote this book. P.S. It is not. So hi, we've got so much stuff going on. First of all, I want to give a shout out to Wanda and Alan from Knoxville. They were in the store the other day and they were so adorable. They come to Parnassus. This is one of their stops every time they go through Nashville. And they told an adorable story about how they fell in love. And I thought, you know, this is the house of stories and why not tell us? And it was really great. So shout out to Wanda and Ellen. Thanks for coming by. So this Saturday, we have a fabulous story time with Sherry Roberts. Don't miss it, 10:30. And then I just want to give you a preview of what's coming up because the fall season is upon us. I know it's 130,000 degrees out, so it's hard to believe that, but it will happen soon. We will cool down, and I want to tell you about some great events. So I have a little cheat sheet here. Jenna Levine, let me just say first, we have romance, we have poetry, we have a memoir, we have young adult, we have literary fiction. So get outside your wheelhouse, folks. Just come on, try something new. We have something for everyone, and everything we have could be for you. Okay, so we have romance author Jenna Levine, and she's going to be in conversation with Lauren Kung Jessen, who we love, and that's going to be fun. That is on August 29th. Then we have Major Jackson, who we love, great poet. He's at Vanderbilt. We are now calling him our own here at Parnassus Books because we love him, and he's going to be on September 5th. Then on September 6th, memoir debut author Alice Carriere, she's going to be here, and her book is about Greenwich Village in the 90s and bohemian New York scene and her family and how she grew up. And I'll tell you, it's pretty fascinating. So take a look at that, be sure and register. And then, oh, wait a minute, on the 7th, September 7th, I'm in conversation with Serenity from Humanities Tennessee, and we are gonna talk about the highlights for Southern Festival of Books 2023. So that's gonna be a lot of fun, if I must say so myself, which I can because I'm the one who's talking here. Then we have Meg Medina. So this is really exciting. I'm kind of looking at Ryan. We are partnering with National Public Library, and I'm holding up Mercy Suarez Changes Gears, but Meg has so many different books, and she's the National Ambassador for Young People's Literature. So that is going to be on September 12th at 6 o'clock at the National Public Library. And then I'm going to hold up Susan Lee. This is just came out in paperback, but we're going to have Susan for her new book. She's a young adult author, and it's a romance, and it's called The Name Drop. And then we have Lori Moore, we have Lauren Groff. So you get the idea. Go online, look at all these amazing events, and I hope I see you at all of them. Now I'm gonna turn it over to my partner my twin in Laydown costuming, if you'll notice,
Right.
Rayanne.
Thanks, Elise. Hi, everybody. We have a lot of great kids' books out today. This is A Practical Present for Philippa Pheasant. Say that 3 times fast. By Bryony Mae Smith. This is about a little animal. Oh my gosh, pheasant. It's in the title. A little pheasant who is so worried about her friends who have trouble crossing the street. Then she goes to a school and sees someone in a costume helping people, and she's like, well, heck, I can do that. So she makes her own crossing guard costume and shows the animals how to cross the street. But there's more to it than that. There's a sweet, sweet story, and I hope you'll pick it up. It's Fall by Renee Carilla is out. I just think that if we keep reading this, fall actually will come. And I love this book. It is so beautiful. It's about all the things we love most about fall, all the food, the fun, and the costumes. The Imaginary Alphabet by Sylvia Degnaw is out today. An alphabet book with amazing, beautiful illustrations. And I love the alliterations. Agile alligators attempting an arabesque. Big baboon bathing in blue bubbles. I could sit here and look at this all day. Is it okay with y'all if I just read picture books all day? Okay, we're gonna move on to YA. Dashka Slater, author of The 57 Bus, has a new nonfiction YA book out today, Accountable, the true story of a racist social media account and the teenagers whose lives it changed. Lots of people read her books for summer reading and throughout the year in the classroom. The sequel to Belladonna is out today. It's Foxglove by Adolescent Grace. This is a romantic gothic fantasy murder mystery, and we have a few signed copies of these first editions. Do you want to see? Look how beautiful it is. That is a beautiful book. and it sounds so fun. A lot of you have read the series Jacoby. One of our booksellers, Chelsea, loves this series. It's in YA. It is a gothic mystery. These have been repackaged, and there's a new book out today about Abigail. This is Rook, a girl who never meant to be a bridge between the mortal and the spirit worlds, but she is. And Aisha Saeed's 40 Words for Love is out today. This is about two teens who come together after a tragedy in their town, but it's a magical town. Thanks for listening, and thanks for shopping at Parnassus.